the next wide receivers you have within that first round, if we're doing a top 12 dynasty draft, would be those Bama guys. And I think this is a good case of what you were kind of alluding to at the beginning, where you have your analytics, but you also have your film with DeVonta Smith, because he might be the most polarizing of all prospects. My guess is, the film and the tape is winning out for you a bit, because you have him at number 9. I'm with you. I think he is an absolute baller. But then also Waddle's not far behind him at number 11. So what are your expectations for these two? And what makes you a little bit higher on Smith than Waddle?
So, it's tough because I think the allure of Waddle is like the upside, right? He's the next Tyreek Hill or whatever. There's certainly an allure there. However, we just haven't seen him do it. Like, honestly, because of injuries, because of the really stacked depth chart there, like he never produced like an elite number 1. He does lack size. Different style of size lacking than DeVonta Smith, obviously, because he's built better, but he's 5'10" or whatever he is, and 180 pounds, and he's almost the same age as DeVonta Smith. So like people who are worried about the age and the size, I think you have to worry about both Jaylen Waddle and Smith. Waddle has like rare explosiveness, and his ability to pick up yards after the catches, I think, like the thing that defines him. But at the end of the day, I just went with Smith because I think, he did it in college. Like his numbers were absolutely freaking absurd this last year. Everybody knew they were going to him, and he still posted like the most absurd like numbers. I think that indicates he's good. And he was doing, good things early on. He didn't break out early. Like these are some of the concerns. He's small. There's very few guys that have come into the NFL and produce an elite level at his size. I get that. He's a senior declare. That generally speaking is a lower hit rate going into the, especially when he's being taken as high as he was taken. Like the guys that were taken in the top 10 who are seniors it's like not a good list. And so I think that there's certainly reasons to like be wary of DeVonta Smith, but I almost put him like in the same sort of category as Kyle Pitts, as like, he's just a different guy. Like he is the outlier. I know that you're not supposed to chase outliers. Some people just choose straight up, don't chase outliers in Dynasty. But I think he's so good. He's so talented. He's just a natural, and this is such a cliche, and I know that people will be like, oh, such a tape guy thing, but it's like, he's just really freaking good at the game, And so I think that's going to translate to the NFL. And I think you're going to see him get open a lot. I think you're going to see him used all over the field. I think he goes in, he's already the number 1. I think it makes Jalen Reagor the number 2, which is much more natural, I think, and beneficial position for him to be in. And so, and the other thing is like, you just didn't really see the lack of size be a big issue for him in college against, top level corners in the SEC. He gets pushed off his route every once in a while, but it's not like he was injury racked his whole career, or like he was getting knocked out of games very, very frequently. He did break his hand in the championship game, but that was only after he scored 3 touchdowns in the first half. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not showing up. Like the concerns you have over skinny guys, it's just not really showing up in his game. So these are the reasons I have him ranked, I guess, probably, I don't know if it's what it is compared to consensus, but maybe a little bit higher than some Dynasty players, that especially ones that are high on analytics and really, really focus on analytics. He might be a little bit lower for them, and I get that. But I don't know, man. I think he's just really good, and he's just going into a good situation where he's going to immediately be the guy, I think, and he's going and playing with his former college teammate. That might be a big deal. We'll see. Obviously, if Hurts plays well this year and he improves as a passer, then we're going to look back and be like, DeVonta Smith, why were we even doubting him? If Hurts is bad, if he can't make a jump as a passer, I think number 1, both people are going to be like, haha, told you so on Hurts, but people will also be like, haha, told you so on DeVonta Smith. So it's like a precarious situation, I think. And so hopefully I'm just really hoping, I'm high on Hurts too this year. So I'm just hoping that all works out. But I would say there's still some risk when it comes to DeVonta Smith, and you have to be aware of that. But I also think he has like elite upside. He's like Calvin Ridley. I think he really has like Calvin Ridley upside. So we'll see how it all goes.
I'm absolutely with you. I'm Team Smith. You're not the first receiver to win the Heisman in 29 years. You don't put 12 catches, 215 yards, and 3 TDs up in the first half against the supposed second best team in the conference there. It blows my mind. Yes, I get low BMI, all that stuff, but come on, the guy, he's been playing with low BMI his whole life and dominating. He's so long and rangy, just runs every single route to complete perfection. I think he dominates. And even if Hurts doesn't pan out, I think that bond that they have, like if he's not going through his progression and stuff, well, who's he going to go to? The guy he trusts the most. Yeah. He already has that with. I think that even a worse case with Hurts is going to still play into DeVonta Smith a bit too. So I love him. I'm 100% Team Smith. I think everyone's overthinking. I think right from rookie season, I think he's going to walk right in. He's fallen to like round 7, 8 in best ball right now. And, the stack upside in best ball you need, but also just get this guy. He's going to eat from an early age. I'm very, very confident in that. And I think he's going to make a lot of overly analytical people regret that.
I really hope so, because I've got a lot of shares. You know what I mean? Like, he's fallen in so many rookie drafts. I'm just like, okay, I'll grab him. And this is like the great thing about Dynasty. It's like, I might end up regretting that. And I probably have too many Marquise Brown shares, honestly. So maybe I didn't learn my lesson. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just think he's just gonna be a different one.
Yeah, I've heard that too, the Marquise Brown comparisons, but this guy's just different. Like it's a different route tree. It's a different level of production against different levels of, I don't like that comparison at all, that people keep trying to draw him down. So I'm with you. I think DeVonta, I'd be happy if I was in your spot with a ton of shares, and I'm trying to get as many as I can as well. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.